So where do I begin? I want to first start off by stating this, that I mean no malicious intent or disrespect towards the Atlanteans, the people that were born and raised there, the Grady babies. When I say do not move to Atlanta, because the reality of it is that the natives, the people that are there, that were born and raised there, they don't even want you there. You have completely ruined Atlanta. And to whom I'm referring to are the transplants that actually live there. And it's crazy because Charlotte is going through the same thing. We're gonna wind up losing, some of Charlotte's substance because there's so many transplants migrating here. So this is how it goes. Okay, Atlanta was booming. Now it's too many people, it's overcrowded. So they're saying to themselves, okay, what's the second best behind Atlanta? Charlotte. So now that Atlanta is overpopulated, a lot of other people are choosing to move to Charlotte. And that's just the reality. But I'm gonna tell you, for those that actually want to move to Atlanta, I'm gonna give you the raw, uncut truth about Atlanta. Now I know I've done several different videos about Atlanta, right? And I've revealed a lot of things in those videos. But this video is like personal. I'm gonna get personal with you. My personal experiences, the things that I've been through, the things that I experienced, as well as just the obvious things. You ready? Here we go. I believe that you are entitled to love who you want to love in life, and that no one should, how can I put it? No one should tell you you can't love this person or you can't love that person, even if it's the same sex. Now, I'm not gay, and I don't believe in what the LGBTQ community believes in, but I do believe that they do have the right to do what they want to do. In Atlanta, if you are not familiar with the LGBTQ community, if you don't like being around people that are different from you, if you don't like being around people that love the same sex, I suggest that you don't move to Atlanta, because they are there. They're and I don't want to talk as if it's like like they're animals or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying point blank, because I respect everybody. I'm just saying point blank, if you're homophobic, you don't want to move there. You just don't. And some of them are aggressive, and those are the ones that I don't like. Like, I've had several different situations. One was when I was in Dunwoody, the Dunwoody Walmart. I was coming in, I was coming in the door, and it was a dude. They had, like, in that Dunwoody Walmart, they always have these little parties and things like that inside Walmart. I've never seen it before, but the Dunwoody Walmart does that. So they had this like radio station inside, and they were giving away prizes and stuff like that. And there was a dude that they had a sheet cake, right? Sheet cake. And I don't know, I forgot what it said on it, but I walked by and the dude was like, "How you doing? You want some cake?" And he said it in a way like it was a subliminal message, like, do you want me? And I'm looking at him like, yo, man, no, I don't want your cake, yo. I don't want your cake. Like, I really was like, he said it and I don't care what anybody say. He said it, he was like, you want some cake? And I was like, yo, come on, man. So you're gonna catch that. It's gonna be some that are aggressive. Another situation, I'm in my apartment complex, and what they don't tell you is when you stay in places like Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, and Marietta, parts of Marietta, that, yeah, you're staying around people that have mansions, but you can't live in those mansions. You can't live in those big houses. If you're like, a dude that makes it, or a female that makes it, a couple of dollars. I mean, in Atlanta, you have to have a college degree. You got to have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 hustles in order to live in mansions like that. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, if you're staying in Sandy Springs and Dunwoody, you're going to be around mansions, but you're not going to be living in one. You're going to be living in an apartment complex, and that's what where I was living, right? Paying a whole bunch of rent for a shitty ass apartment, right? So I'm in an apartment complex. I've been there for a year, right? Now it's a building, so like, and it's the way the apartments are situated. It's like you have your own space, like your own door. Like it's no next door neighbor. It is a next door neighbor, but their door is not like connected to your door. It's exclusive. You have your own exclusive door, right? Like your own like front porch, so to speak, right? So we in the same building, but he stays on the other side of the building, right? I see them when they move in. They're gay. The dude is, I guess he's transitioning. I don't want to say that it's a trans woman, because he still was kind of like, had the like kind of like manly features and stuff. So he was transitioning, right? So I ain't think nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that's the first time I've ever seen someone, that's gay to actually move inside the apartment complex. So I didn't think nothing about it. They're human beings just like everybody else. So why a couple days passed by, it rained real hard, right? Pause. I come outside and I see that it's a letter on the front on the windshield, right? I opened the letter up and it was like, yo, can I get with you? Something like that. And taking heed. Nobody has ever left no message like that, no paper, nothing like that. I truly believe it was that dude, and ever since then, I've always tried to look the other way when I seen him. You know what I'm saying? Because they would throw these parties, and it'd be like 10 of them outside. And like I said before, if you're not into, if you're homophobic, you might not want to move there. It's just that plain and simple. They're all in Dunwoody, Buckhead, Piedmont Park area, downtown Atlanta, and they're scattered, all around the cities, I guess you may want to call them, and that's leading to the next thing. You're not going to be living in Atlanta. It costs too much for people to live in Atlanta. Only the rich and the dead poor live in Atlanta. That's it. Ain't no in between, ain't no middle class in Atlanta, right? So outside of Atlanta, you have towns or cities like Marietta, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, Alpharetta, Douglasville, Decatur, Union City, College Park, not Kannapolis, that's in North Carolina. What's that other joint? I forgot the name of that joint. The list goes on. It's a ton of them. It's like 300 damn counties and cities and towns and stuff like that. And you're gonna be living in one of them. Forsyth County, the list goes on. So you're not gonna literally be living in Atlanta unless you make a lot of money. Unless you have a college degree and you making six figures, you can live in Atlanta. You can live in there comfortably. Other than that, you go down there and you visiting, you talk about, oh, I'm gonna move to Buckhead. Yeah, right. You can kill that. The next thing is traffic. Highway 75 backed up. Highway 85 backed up. Highway 285 backed up. Highway 20 backed up. Traffic. The traffic is ridiculous. Even though that they built express lanes straight down 75 from Marietta going down into now it goes further up to 75, but coming from Marietta on down to it stops like once you get into Atlanta city limits. They were in the makings when I left. They were in the makings of building the expressway along Highway 400. That's another highway. I forgot about that. Highway 400 backed up. But they were in the makings of, building an expressway along Highway 400 coming from Alpharetta on down into Sandy Springs and blending in from Highway 400 into 285. The potholes are ridiculous. We're talking about potholes on highways. They just filled in the potholes on and it was horrible along like where 285 was at, Dunwoody, that area. That place was horrible. They still have potholes, and it's crazy that the potholes are in like prestigious areas like Dunwoody, Buckhead. I mean, it's gonna mess your car up. It's gonna mess your car up, the potholes. What's next? The club scene. I think personally Atlanta is for young people. That's it, the millennials. Other than that, if you're trying to raise a family, trying to, bring your kids with you, the public school system sucks. And at the end of the day, it is not an environment for kids. It's just not. It's a party-like city. That's it. Any party-like city. It's a party city. So the club scene, you get the party Monday through Sunday. It's just that plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? If you're not clubbing in Atlanta, you can go to what is it? Stone Mountain. I've heard Stone Mountain has like good reggae clubs and stuff like that. If you ain't going to Stone Mountain, you can go to Brookhaven. I forgot the name of that street where they have in a parking lot. It's like it looks like a parking lot where it's a Walmart and all that stuff is, but it's not. It's all like hookah lounges and clubs and stuff like that. I've been there, and you could bounce from one club to the next because it's a clutter of clubs in that whole area. I forgot the name of the street in Brookhaven. Another thing too is I've been to the clubs. They're basically like hookah lounges, and people rent out booths, and the women don't dance. They dance and they rub each other asses inside the booths. They never come out of the booths unless they're getting drinks, but 9 times out of 10 they're getting the waitresses to come over to give them the drinks. So you don't have the if you want to talk to a chick, you can't, because she with 6 other women. And they all dancing together, rubbing on each other. And they may not be lesbian. They just doing the girl thing. So the women are unapproachable. So when people say, oh man, I'm gonna go down to Atlanta because the numbers are 50 to 1, 50 women to 1 man, that's true. But how about out of 50 women, only 49 are approachable? So the club scene is crazy. There's mad strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get tired of that if you like going to strip clubs, if you like going to hookah lounges, because that's all it is. And I've been to different clubs. I've been to the poet scene. I forgot the name of that poetry joint that's in downtown. Oh man, what was the name of that joint? I've been there like 3 times. I've been to a couple of clubs. I can't remember off the rip. But if you go in there to have fun or whatever, and you have the money, and you like clubbing, you like strip clubs, you like hookah lounges and all the rest of that, you're gonna enjoy it. What else? The fakeness. Fake it till you make it. So you got a whole lot of people up there. You'll see Bentleys. Bentleys is nothing to see in Atlanta. Bentleys, Lamborghinis, it's nothing to see that. I stayed within walking distance of the foreign cars. People, I forgot the name of the place, but they would sell foreign cars. Lamborghinis, Bentleys, it's nothing for you to see that. But most of those cars are rented. So you see a dude pull up and you think, oh, yo, this guy got money or whatever have you. No, he's renting them. He only stunting for the weekend. At the end of the weekend, he got to take it back. So there's a whole lot of fake people, and I've ran into them. And it's just ridiculous. It's like, come on, man. I mean, you taking this fake it till you make it out of hand. It's a whole lot of fake people that's down there. The real Atlanteans are not. But the implants, the people that come from other states, and they come down to Atlanta, are fake. Because they're from another place, so you don't know their background. So here you are, you dating this broad, and you thinking, oh, yo, I got me a nice girl. And she got bodies on her, though. She been ran through like an Amtrak or the MARTA system. Choo-choo train the hell out. In her hometown state. In her hometown. But you don't know that. Because she's coming down brand new. Don't nobody know her. But you know how hoes are. They got hoe-like tendencies. So eventually you're going to find out after a week or 2 or 3. Roaches. Whew. Roaches. They call them palmetto bugs. They call them water bugs. They call them different names. I'm telling you, there's roaches down there. I had them. And I am clean. But they're not like the smaller roaches. I'll say that. They're just the water bugs, as they call them, but they're big roaches. I don't know. They don't eat stuff. They just be on your wall when you come inside. your house, or you see them. They smart as hell though, cause they know like once you trying to get at them, they're running. They're quick. They're gonna take off. But they call them water bugs, but they're roaches, and they're everywhere. Everywhere. Like I stayed like damn near in the forest, and that's another thing too that people don't tell you, that Atlanta is a big forest. It's a bunch of trees, and you're gonna burn your gas up. Why? Because Atlanta has hills everywhere. I mean, like steep hills. People don't tell you that. They don't tell you about that. You're gonna burn your gas up because they have steep hills, and that's everywhere. That's in Atlanta. That's around Atlanta. Marietta, Dunwoody, Stone Mountain, Decatur. The list goes on. Just bugs, period. Aside from roaches, those big water bugs, it's bugs, period. It's bugs everywhere. Then you got deers. I remember on the news, I forgot what, I think it was a stop in College Park. A stop in College Park along the Martyr. A bear was digging inside the trash can. I was on the news. So you're gonna have wildlife. Even though it's city, it's wildlife. I've seen, I can't tell you how many, and I stayed in Sandy Springs, and that's not like really country. I stayed in Sandy Springs. I can't tell you how many times I was driving to the Dunwoody Krogers, and I seen foxes, deers. They even have signs around, be aware for the deers. Like I almost hit a deer like 5-10 times. I didn't see any bears, but I definitely seen foxes, deers, possums, raccoons. That's normal. You going outside and you going to the big dumpster to dump your trash. That's normal to see raccoons and possums in there eating up the trash and stuff. What else? Horrible schools. The schools suck. There's not enough jobs. People will tell you that there's a lot of jobs, but there's not. I'm talking about level entry jobs, like for regular people. All they have is like temp services and stuff like that down there. The crime is horrible. People getting shot and killed every day. They have this thing called sliders, where people, a guy come up to you, right? You'll be pumping your gas, and as you're, not paying attention, you're looking the other way. They slide slide up to your car, and reach in your car, take your pocketbook, take your laptop, take your whatever possessions that you have, get back in the car and drive off. And they call them sliders. They also have this thing where they have this thing that they cover, like how you swipe your card at the gas station. Well, they got a thing where they could put that over it, and it'll look like it's official, but it's not. I had somebody steal $200 out of my account. I had to cancel my card. Literally cancel my card. I had a PNC account, and I go to get something, and I'm like, hold on, this money's supposed to be in it. And then I go and it's $200 to Porgy's food or something in Gainesville, Georgia, something like that. It was nowhere near Atlanta. So you gotta be aware of that. The crime is ridiculous. People shooting, getting shot and killed every day in the dating scene. You have men that are embarrassed, scared to come out of the closet. If you are a guy that likes men, that's fine. If you are a woman that likes women, that's fine. That's your preference. But at the end of the day, you need to let people know. And you need to be proud of who and what you are. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is you got a whole lot of DL men. A whole lot of men that sleep with other men on a DL. That plain and simple. You have, I've never been to them, but you always hear about them. You have orgy parties. Oh, a whole lot of sick ritual stuff goes on in Atlanta that they don't tell you about. But you hear about it when you're in Atlanta. Be very wary if you were ever invited into one. I wasn't. But you hear about them. Women. You have certain women that are materialistic. I said certain women. Certain women that are materialistic. They want to go to Lynn Small. They want to go to the Gucci store, Louis Vuitton, to this, to that, and all the rest of that. Right? You'll see that there's a lot of black people that go to Lenox Mall. I don't know why, because a lot of black people are broke. So I don't even understand why they're in the Buckhead area. When I was in Buckhead, I was doing Postmates. That's what I was doing. Other than that, I didn't have no specific reason why. Materialistic. So they want the Louis Vuitton and this and that and whatever have you. And they be dead broke. Living with their friend, living with their parents or something like that. And these same chicks, it got so bad in Atlanta, they had it on the news. You're not listening to me. It got so bad in Atlanta, it became an epidemic. Till they had it on, they had to have a special on the news about this. Women that are dating men just to go out and eat because they broke, they ain't had no money. Epidemic. Is women out there that are just going out on a date just to eat. CDC is down there for a reason. It's called the Center for Disease Control. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you choose to go down there, hey, do what you need to do. I'm telling you that, yo, I feel as though that I'm a very strong-minded person. But I'm gonna tell you, once I got down there, after like the first year, I caught that bug. I'm not lying. I caught that bug. I caught that attitude. I was like, yo, I gotta have this. I gotta have that. I gotta go this place, that place. I gotta eat at Maggiano's and Buckhead. I gotta get this certain car. I gotta get this, and I almost ruined my family. Because I started becoming materialistic just like the people in Atlanta. And that's why I say that this is personal. This is the last video that I would do, because this is my personal experience. I'm telling you, I almost ruined my family with that type of mentality. That a lot of people that live in Atlanta, not so much from, that live in Atlanta have. I ain't never listened to Neo in my life. And I used to play that song where he was like, I'm popping bottles and this and that and so forth. And I was like, yeah, you know, because I got to pop the bottles. I got to do this and that. Yo, man, let me tell you something. I'm a conscious dude. I don't follow the conscious community because I don't follow anyone. You know, but I'm a conscious dude. And once I got down there, my head got wrapped around everything, you know, that was materialistic. And I must say that Atlanta, when I got back to Charlotte, I had to mentally repair myself. And now, yeah, Charlotte may not be in Atlanta. It may not be a, you know, partying Monday through Sunday. I don't need that. I'm a family man. Now I'm at the stage of my life where I need to be making sure that my children has a future. And that's what you need to do. You need to make sure that your children have a future if you have children. And if you don't, then you need to make a decision on where you're going to live at so you can plan for your future and for your future children. Children's children. Yo. I was about to end this video, and it was 3 more things that I had to say that I almost forgot. And I'm glad I remembered so I could put the icing on the cake, because I think I'm gonna be the king of this not moving to Atlanta videos. Because I've said just about everything there is to say about Atlanta, with the exception of these 3. 1, the homelessness. You're going to be in Walmart. You're gonna be in places like Target. You're gonna be at the Target Smyrna, that's in Smyrna. You're gonna be in places that, like Buckhead, the Kroger's that's at Buckhead, the Target that's in Buckhead. And you're gonna have homeless people come up to you asking you for money, and if you don't give it to them, oh, they are aggressive. They are aggressive. They'll curse you out. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Somebody cursed me out, and I almost put my hands on them. As Little Scrappy would say, I almost put my paws on them. But then you have other homeless people in which I went to the bank. I really felt sorry for this person. I went to the bank, withdrew $20 out, went to Jack in the Box, got them chicken and all of that stuff, right? I was at Marietta Walmart in the parking lot. Lady comes up to me with her 2 sons. Hey, listen, all I want is something to eat. I got a hotel room that I'm trying to, stay for an extra day because we don't have nowhere to go. I gave it to them. I gave them $20 and I gave them something to eat. I felt sorry for them. But you have homeless people all downtown, starting from, I forgot that park, right before you get to Centennial Park. It's a Waffle House going back. I forgot the name of the park, but they all sleep there in that park. Grady Hospital, behind Grady Hospital, they're all in there, all in that area of Grady Hospital. So if you go to Grady Hospital, you're gonna see homeless people outside. It's gonna be normal. All up in Edgewood, where you party at, where they got clubs at. Killer Mike owns that barbershop along Edgewood. Homeless people all in that area. They even had to start writing citations for people because the homeless people were getting on that trolley that they got that takes you like where the carousel is, Centennial Park, all the way down to Edgewood. When you get off of any exit or get onto any on a highway, you're gonna see bums begging. You're gonna see bums begging like on bridges on a highway, and you're like, hold up, this is not safe. So the homelessness, if you're not used to that, I suggest that you don't move to Atlanta. Second thing, racism. It is safe, in my opinion, for black people to live in the city of Atlanta. It is beautiful to see your city, or your government official, local government officials, all black. It is beautiful to see if a cop gets behind you, all black. I've never felt so safe in a place when it comes to the places that I've lived in. I mean, I feel safe here in Charlotte, but I feel really, really safe in Atlanta. I mean, I remember I used to go to the Kroger's in Buckhead, right? Late at night. And there always used to be 2 black police officers in their squad cars. And I would pass by them and they would wave at me. It's mad chill. Like you don't have to worry about Atlanta. But Marietta, Alpharetta, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, as they call it, North Atlanta. Oh, it's not a game. It is not a game. I've been stopped. Since I've been in Charlotte, knock on wood, I haven't been stopped. I got stopped one time, and I've been living here total together in combination, I say about 7-8 years, right? When I first got here, I got stopped. I got pulled over. And you know what? You want to know why I got pulled over? Because I didn't have a license. And I was about to pull out, and a police officer saw me. And he saw the reaction on my face, like, oh. And I'm driving. I had 30-day tags. They were expired. And he pulled me over. He said, yo, you have been pulled over so many times with driving while license revoked to the point we had to take you to jail. That's the only reason why they took me to jail. When I got in Atlanta, I got stopped about 4 times. The mother of my children had got stopped 3 times in a 2.5-year span. So be prepared to deal with the racism down there. When we first got to Atlanta, the whole family went to check out the local libraries, because that's what we do. We rent, books for them so we can read to them. We go to the library, Smyrna Library. The white people are looking at us like, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. You all don't read. The racism is real. I used to go to this YMCA. I used to bounce back and forth. I used to go to the Dunwoody YMCA, the Buckhead YMCA. All of the YMCAs are crappy except for the Alpharetta one, the Buckhead one, and the Dunwoody. Other than that, all the rest of them are crappy. So, bounce back and forth for Buckhead, Alpharetta, right? Reason why I went to Alpharetta more than I did to Buckhead, because I got into an altercation with some bougie ass women, black women. That's another story. So, I go to Alpharetta to avoid confrontation. I go to Alpharetta. I go to give them my card. They scan the card, puts it on the table. They asking me questions like, how long you grew your dreads? Or why do you have dreads? It's like I'm the unicorn in the whole YMCA. I mean, really, I was kind of like the only black person there. Besides me and my Haitian friend, Jean. Other than that, we were the only 2 there. And when I didn't show up, and she would go, they would ask her, well, where's your friend at? Racism. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. Last but not least, if you do not like police officers, police period, I suggest that you don't move to Atlanta, because there are a shitload of police officers down there. You got Marietta Police, Cobb County Police, Dunwoody Police, Decatur Police, Union City Police, College Park Police, Atlanta Police, Smyrna Police, and the list goes on. And they cross the lines. You got Brookhaven Police. So it is a police city. It is tons of them. Then you have Georgia State Police. Then you have the state troopers patrol. Move down there if you want to. I'm trying to get y'all up out of here, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all, I promise. 2 other things. You remember I told you about the racism. Why in Marietta, they had this on the news. Why in Marietta cop stops a white lady, right? The white lady is scared. She's like, can I use my phone? And the police officer is like, yeah, you use your phone. I mean, why wouldn't you want to use your phone? And the white lady is like, because y'all been shooting and killing people, and I just don't want to make any sudden moves and get shot. You know what the police officer said? Why are you thinking that you're gonna get shot? Don't you see on TV we only kill black people? He literally said that. Another incident. Black man is driving from Marietta on his way to Atlanta. Cop stops him, tells him, this was on the news, take your black ass back to Atlanta. You don't belong here. I don't know what to tell y'all. Last but not least, like I said before, and I say it again, this is personal. This is my personal experiences. Last but not least, this is the big shebang bang. Got the mother of my children pregnant there. Went to Northside Hospital. She is delivering the baby. The doctor is saying that we can take the baby out with everything attached to it, without busting, the embryonic, the egg, so to speak. They're trying to do that. They're telling her to push. She pushes. Next thing you know, embryonic fluid splatters everywhere, all across the floor, right? She has the baby. Everything is normal. Not taking heed, the mother of my children has never drunk, has never smoked weed, cigarettes, anything. Straight vegetarian, never done anything. While me, I've done everything except for cocaine. But that's another subject. I go home with the children, get a phone call 20 minutes later from the hospital. Hospital says, you need to come down. I'm like, why? I just left her. And she was fine. What's going on? They not telling me anything. Get to the hospital. I go to her room. There's nothing there. She's not there. There's nothing there. The bed is not there. There's nothing there. Doctor pulls me to the side, says that she has had a heart attack and something else. She caught a seizure or something. So now I'm breaking down because they said that they had to induce her into a coma, into an induced coma. So she's in ICU. Children crying, I'm crying. I go see her. She has her tongue out of her mouth like that. Her hands is like this. I touch her head. She's frozen because they froze her body. She can't speak. She can't say anything. Her eyes are rolled back to her head. I don't want to cry right now, man. Her eyes are rolled back to, on her head, and her legs is bent, and she has like where she was, I guess when she was going into these seizures or whatever, she was cut. She was grabbing onto her own skin, so she had skin peeled in her fingernails, blood. They say she might make it. If she does, she probably won't remember you all, and pretty much we're just waiting. Fast forward, she comes out of the coma. They said that she has DVT, a blood clot in her main artery, and she had to get one of those filters put in her chest. They inserted it through her neck. She does the research, and it's malpractice. The embryonic fluid leaked into her blood, which caused her to have that heart attack and all the stuff that they're saying. We go to try to get a lawyer, and the lawyer basically said that you have a fighting chance if you had died. So throughout, I say about at least 4 months, we had to go back and forth to Grady Hospital in order for her to take these blood thinner pills and get checked up and all the rest of that. It was like really the worst time that I ever had in my life, to possibly lose someone, that I, love. Eventually they removed the filter, but the stem broke off, and they caught it just in time. Had they not caught it, a lot of cases when the stem gets caught up in your system, it can cut something and boom, you're dead internally. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I've gave you all my personal experiences and what I've been through, and I'm not telling you all that you go through the same thing. I'm just telling you that it's nothing but hurt down there. That's why I cringe every time someone talks about it. That's why I cringe when someone says that the land is the place to be. That's why I cringe when somebody says it didn't work out for you. Maybe you was just broke. That's why I cringe when people say, man, it's the land of opportunity. Whatever. I want you to like this video. I want you to comment. I want you to subscribe to the channel. And if you don't do anything, at least share this, because everyone needs to know that Atlanta is not Wakanda.